Far-right Dutch MP Geert Wilders, who was banned from UK in past, reveals he will join Free Tommy Robinson protest in London this weekend, saying it is a disgrace he is still in jail for contempt. Firebrand Dutch far-right MP Geert Wilders says he will fly to London to join a Free Tommy Robinson protest this weekend because it is a disgrace he is still in jail. Wilders, 54, who was banned from Britain in 2009 only to get it overturned, is heading to the UK after the EDL founder was jailed for 13 months 10 days ago. Robinson was jailed after he pleaded guilty to contempt of court and breaching the terms of a suspended sentence he was handed last May for a similar offence. His supporters have gathered in huge numbers at a series of protests outside Downing Street, Leeds Crown Court and even outside British embassies in Europe. 593,000 people have also signed a petition urging Theresa May to intervene and set him free. Wilders has called Robinson a staunch freedom fighter and compared him to Winston Churchill ahead of a new protest on Whitehall in London he plans to attend personally. The judge who jailed Tommy Robinson told him his Facebook Live could have collapsed a 6-week trial if the jurors saw it. Mr. Justice Marson Cusi said that Robinson had failed in his responsibility to exercise freedom of speech within the law. Within 5 hours of his arrest, Robinson was jailed for 13 months after pleading guilty to contempt in relation to an ongoing trial. He also admitted breaching the terms of a suspended sentence he was handed in Canterbury last May for a similar offence. Mr. Justice Marson Cusi said, "No one could possibly conclude that it would be anything other than highly prejudicial to the defendants in the trial. I respect everyone's right to free speech. That's one of the most important rights that we have. With those rights come responsibilities. The responsibility to exercise that freedom of speech within the law. I am not sure you appreciate the potential consequence of what you have done. If the jurors in my present trial get to know of this video, I will no doubt be faced with an application to discharge the jury. If I have to do that, it will mean a retrial, costing hundreds and thousands of pounds." He told Breitbart. Tommy Robinson was arrested on May 25 outside Leeds Crown Court after using social media to broadcast details of an ongoing trial which was subject to reporting restrictions. He was arrested, brought before a judge, and sentenced within 5 hours. The judge ordered a media ban on his arrest and imprisonment, even forcing British publications to delete their articles about the case. Such measures are common practice in North Korea and Saudi Arabia. It is sad to see how Britain, the cradle of Western democracy and the rule of law, is fast descending into tyranny. He added, "Tommy is a hero. It is a disgrace that he is still in jail. I have been invited to a major protest demonstration in London next week, and I will be coming. Free Tommy now." Right-wing activists in America have also rushed to support Robinson, after restrictions ordered by a judge initially prevented his court case and jail term being reported. A host of conspiracy theories in the U.S. then began claiming that he was imprisoned as part of a plot to silence the right. Around 500 protesters chanted "Let Tommy out" at police officers outside Leeds Crown Court last Friday. The march saw Robinson's supporters brand police officers a disgrace, as chants of "You ought to be ashamed of yourselves" broke out. The event was organized by the group Proud British, which claims on Facebook that its purpose is to voice freedom of speech and stop the strain on the NHS, schools and our public services. On the previous Saturday, May 26, supporters flocked to Downing Street to demand the release of Robinson. They waved #Free Tommy and Free the Truth Teller placards as others branded St. George's flags and banners with "Make Britain Great Again" on them. Some managed to mount the gates surrounding the Prime Minister's home, but the Metropolitan Police told Mail Online there were no arrests made. Robinson, 35, was jailed for 13 months on Friday, May 25 for contempt of court after broadcasting on Facebook Live outside Leeds Crown Court, putting the major trial at risk of collapse. The court heard how Robinson had filmed himself and people involved in the case, in footage that was watched around 250,000 times within hours of being posted. Robinson, who was listed by his real name Stephen Christopher Yaxley Lennon on court documents, was sentenced to 13 months in jail on the same day as his arrest. He was given 10 months in jail after pleading guilty to contempt of court, and an additional 3 months for breaching a previous suspended sentence. Judge Jeffrey Marson QC told Robinson at the time, "Everyone understands the right to freedom of speech, but there are responsibilities and obligations." He added that if the jurors had seen his Facebook clip, he would have been asked to end the trial. A reporting restriction had initially prevented the media from reporting his conviction, but this was lifted at the same court 4 days later after an appeal by the media.